Welcome everybody to FanStream Sports, powered by DSP Media. This is the Fighting Irish Daily Blitz, and I'm your host, Rob Fedoff, also known as RPT. You can find me on X at PFedoff. This is episode 123, but first things first, head over to our website at fanstreamsports.com for all additional podcast information. If you have an Apple device or an Android device, please feel free to download the FanStream Sports app. Then head over to our Facebook page. Like that page, additional content out there as well. Please feel free to share that with your friends and family. This will be the bowl preview and my prediction for Notre Dame's bowl, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. I know I'm doing this kind of early. I'm taping as of December the 17th, so some of this may change slightly about who's playing or who's not playing. But based on Marcus Freeman's press conference yesterday, this is pretty much set right now of who's playing and who's not playing. Maybe a couple changes here and there. And let's just face it, this is a glorified spring game for both Notre Dame and Oregon State. And the reason I'm doing it also early is because you really can't make a true assessment of what happened during the season to this game because so many players are not playing on both sides. So you're going to see a lot of youngsters, very talented youngsters. I think Notre Dame has a slight advantage because one, Oregon State's coach left to be the coach of Michigan State, and their starting quarterback, DJ Uyunglele, he will not be playing during this game either. I think their third string quarterback will be playing as of this moment. Now, granted, we don't have Sam Hartman, but I have full confidence in Steve Angeli, or people say Steve Peanut Butter Angeli, for this game. However, I do think, though, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a microcosm of the season where the defense creates some turnovers, at least with some short fields for this offense. And I do think we will win this game, but I want to give you the basics, and then I will go over who's playing and who's not playing, so you have all the information you need for this game. So this game will be played Friday, December the 29th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Notre Dame is currently favored by 6.5 points. Oregon State, or the other OSU, as people say, they currently are ranked 19th, and they are 8-4. Notre Dame is 9-3 and ranked 16th. Let's just get into it right now because this won't take a while, but I'm going to be reading this. I will say who's playing and why who's playing and then who's not playing and the reason why. So who's not playing in the Sun Bowl? So graduate quarterback Sam Hartman due to the NFL draft. Junior running back Aldrick Estime due to the NFL draft. Junior left tackle Joe Alt due to the NFL draft. Junior right tackle Blake Fisher, NFL draft. Junior guard Rocco Spindler, injury. Graduate center Zeke Correll, injury. Freshman wide receiver Rico Flores Jr., transfer portal. Sophomore wide receiver Tobias Merriweather, transfer portal. Senior wide receiver Chris Tyree, transfer portal. Junior tight end Mitchell Evans, injury. Sophomore tight end Holden Stace, transfer portal. Graduate linebacker Maris Leofau, NFL draft. Graduate cornerback Cam Hart. Now who's playing? I'm not going to go through the whole roster, but this is who's playing, who's had time playing during the 2023 season. So they may not have been a starter, but they've had playing time throughout the season. Junior guard Pat Coogan. Sophomore guard Billy Schrouth. Sophomore center Ashton Craig. Junior wide receiver Jaden Thomas, freshman wide receiver Jaden Greathouse, sophomore tight end Eli Raridan, graduate defensive end Javante Jean-Baptiste, formerly of Ohio State, graduate defensive tackle Howard Cross, senior defensive tackle Riley Mills, senior Viper Jordan Patello, graduate linebacker J.D. Bertrand, graduate linebacker Jack Kaiser, sophomore cornerback Benjamin Morrison, graduate nickelback Thomas Harper, senior safety Xavier Watts, or some say Xavier Watts, graduate safety DJ Brown, graduate kicker Spencer Schrader, sophomore punter Bryce McPherson, graduate long snapper Michael Vinson. So those are, they had played somewhat during the season, but some of them may have not been a starter. But now, since various players have transferred, sitting out for the NFL draft, they're going to get their shot more than they did during the season. My biggest concern is probably the offensive line. We're going to have 3 new starters on the offensive line. And yesterday, it seems like true freshman Charles Jagasol will be the starting left tackle for Joe Alt. Great opportunity for Charles. But the thing is, that's where I'm most concerned about. If you take away the offensive line, I think we dominate this game. But that's where I'm a little bit leery. And the way the offense has been so up and down. And my biggest criticism for this team this year has been the offensive side of the ball. But having said that, I still think, as I said earlier, this defense is going to create some opportunities. We're going to have some short fields. Steve Angeli, I'm hoping the offensive staff puts him in situations where he can be successful and doesn't give him too much to handle. Having said that, we may give up some big plays here and there like the defense has, but still the strength of this team has been the defense. And having said that, I think we score enough points offensively on their own. And with some turnovers created and some short fields, I'm going to say Notre Dame 24-13. However, though, I think if things go our way and the offensive line holds their own, this new structured offensive line, I can see us dominating this game in a fashion of, let's say, a 34-13, 41-13. But just because there's so much uncertainty with some of these players that are getting their first true big action of the season, even though this is a glorified spring game, I will say 24-13. But don't be surprised if Notre Dame blows out Oregon State or the other OSU. We finally beat OSU is what I'm trying to say. But other than that, I just want to give you the basics of this game before the holidays got too busy. Get this out there. I know it's kind of early, but we'll get back into I'm hoping to have, it's probably not going to be at the year end with Greg's scheduling right now. Greg Schaefer from East of the Bend Productions. We will have and it's kind of good that it's going to go in probably into early 2024. That way we can kind of dive into the bowl game too, just our thoughts for that as well. But I will have Greg Schaefer on to discuss the 2023 season and also talk about what we expect or hope for the 2024, our biggest, what we feel confident about and our biggest concerns about this season, especially with Riley Leonard, the new so-called Sam Hartman coming to Notre Dame for the 2024 season. Other than that, the next couple podcasts will pretty much be basketball related or football recruiting wise. But thank you so much for joining me. And as always, go Irish.